The grand foyer of the Priya palace was swallowed by a heavy, suffocating darkness, broken only by the dim orange glow of a single chandelier. Shreyas and Akshodaya stumbled through the entrance, their expensive suits wrinkled, and their faces hollowed by the day's trauma. The image of their father Rohan staring blankly from behind rusted iron bars was burned into their retinas. As they moved toward the stairs, a long, sharp shadow stretched across the marble floor. "Stop right there," a voice commanded. In the corner of the drawing room, seated in a high-backed velvet chair, sat Priya Oberoi. She looked remarkably composed, her silk sari perfectly draped, as if the family's downfall was merely a minor scheduling conflict. Beside her sat her closest ally Mona and Mona's daughter Shania, who was preening in the dim light. "The transaction of blood." "Sit down, Akshodaya," Priya said, her tone as cold as the marble beneath them. Akshodaya's legs felt like lead as he obeyed. Before he could speak, Mona reached out, her fingers laden with heavy diamond rings, clamping onto his hand with a possessive strength. "Akshu, look at us," Mona said, her voice dripping with a forced, sugary warmth. "In this hour of darkness, only family can save family. You are the perfect hand for my daughter. You and Shania. It is the only way to merge our strengths and save the Oberoi name." Shania leaned in, a shallow, rehearsed smile on her face. "We are the perfect match, Akshu. Don't you see? Together we can make the world forget about the suspicious technology and the jail. It's written in the stars." The toy and the truth. The silence that followed was brittle. Akshodaya looked down at Mona's hand on his, then up at his mother. A slow, agonizing heat began to rise in his chest. He stood up abruptly, ripping his hand away from Mona's grasp. "Is this what I am to you, Mom?" Akshodaya's voice trembled with a volatile mix of sadness and anger. "A piece of property? A debt to be settled? You are sitting here, arranging a wedding, while Dad is rotting in a cell. You are selling me like a toy." He took a step toward Priya, his eyes burning. "It has only been 5 years since I lost the only woman I ever loved. The wound hasn't even closed, and you want to use me as a shield for your reputation?" The silent witness. High above on the staircase, cloaked in the deep shadows of the landing, Suraj watched the scene unfold. His grip on the banister tightened until his knuckles turned white. "She has no regret," Suraj thought, his mind racing with a bitter clarity. "Her husband is in jail, her sons are breaking, and she's playing matchmaker with a smile. She isn't feeling the tension, she's feeling the opportunity. The collapse of the alliance." "Akshodaya? Get back here," Priya hissed, but her son didn't look back. He sprinted up the stairs, the sound of his footsteps echoing like a heartbeat through the hollow palace. Shreyas followed him, leaving the women in a stinging silence. Mona stood up, her face turning a deep, insulted red. She smoothed her designer dress, her eyes flashing with fury. "Is this why you brought me here, Priya?" Mona asked, her voice low and dangerous. "To have your son treat my daughter like a common merchant? To insult us in your own home while your husband is a criminal?" "Mona, wait," Priya started, reaching out. "No," Mona snapped, grabbing her purse and gesturing for Shania to follow. "The alliance is only as strong as the respect behind it. Right now, the Oberoi have neither." As the heavy palace doors slammed shut behind them, Priya was left alone in the dark. She looked up at the staircase where her sons had vanished, her devil eyes narrowing. The game was becoming more expensive than she had ever imagined.